Aquarius. How are you guys all doing out there today? Hope everybody's having a really good December so far. We're going to take a peek at you Aquariuses today, see what's going on with you, where your energy's at with the love thing. I'm going to look at current and maybe past relationship, and then we're also going to dive into the maybe someone new coming in, and then you singles. See where you guys are at. Anyway, so please like, subscribe, and share. If you're interested in booking a private reading, please look in the comments below. And let's dive in and see what's going on with Aquarius right now with you guys. Oh, what is going on with Aquarius? So we'll kind of play this by ear, see whatever kind of shows up, but we'll dive right into kind of a general, I think, with Aquarius first, and then we'll kind of see where it goes, if we need to dive into the past person or the singles or whatnot. But right now, let's just look into general what's going on with Aquarius. All right, let's see what's going on. Are we getting the Four of Swords reversed? Okay. So I got the Page of Swords reversed, I got the Three of Wands reversed, then I actually have the Eight of Coins, and I'm just looking specifically like what's generally going on with your most recent past with that one. So the present, we're looking at the High Priestess reversed, then we got the Empress reversed, and I also got the Six of Coins reversed. So a lot of reversals with you Aquariuses, but all right, that's kind of the past situation. That'll dive right in a second. Let's get the future out here. Interesting, almost everything's reversed, but let's take a peek and see what's going on. So the most past situation with you, I kind of feel like, generally what's kind of going on with your past, I feel like you've reached a place where it's like you're kind of coming out of a place of where you've been doing your I feel like you've been taking a rest with things, and now you're kind of coming into a place where you're stepping out and you're actually just going to be, you're just starting to put your feet in the waters of the world, let's say. Let's see, when it comes to opportunities and things like that, I'm not sure if you're really interested in actually getting into a relationship, as it's kind of showing up in the most recent past. We're talking about the past, so this is a little bit ago, so it may not be what's going on right now, because that's kind of speaking of something else. But as I'm kind of seeing with the Three of Wands and the Page, I kind of feel like you're working on yourself and things like that. You're working on building things, you're working on your monies, your passions and things like that, and that's where you're kind of coming out with your most recent thing. You were just isolating yourself and getting your own thing a little bit ago to where you're starting to step out and come out. Now we're going to dive right into the present and things. So we got, again, the High Priestess reversed, we got Empress reversed, and we also got the Six of Coins reversed. This is kind of feeling like, I think your intuition may be a little skewed at the moment, whether you realize that or not. I would have you pay attention to what you're kind of creating in the world, because I think it's not going as well as you may think. As far as what's going on, I feel like you are used to helping people, but to be honest, let's clarify what's going on with that, with your present. I feel like you have a giving nature, and I feel like you've been kind of taken advantage of it a little bit, and that's what I kind of feel is going on with that. So, yeah, I get a little bit of deception here when it comes to the Five of Swords, and this is reversed. So it's like, I think you may be realizing and coming to the conclusion that someone that you've been close to you, that you have been helping, let's say, or just been helping in general, I feel like you're actually understanding that maybe you've kind of overstepped and helped this person too much, or they've been taking advantage of you. So pay attention and realize your intuition may be a little off when it comes to the situation. So if anything, I would have you just kind of sit back and observe and pay attention, and kind of, let's go over the past. Well, let's say this person and what's going on with you, and kind of view and see what's literally going on, because I don't want you to be taken advantage of. And it may be a situation where you have been taken advantage of. Literally, yeah, it's just as I'm taking a peek, I'm getting the Seven of Swords. This is literally deceit, betrayal, that kind of stuff is coming out with this, as I'm kind of looking into your present moment. So keep an eye on the people that are around you, the people you are in your general orbit and things like that, and make sure that this isn't a situation where you're kind of allowing yourself to continuing to be betrayed. Like I said, I feel like you have a feeling that it's there and is present, and you're seeing this going on in your orbit. So make sure, you know, we'll look into the general advice in a sec, but it's like just make sure that you're staying cautious and things like that. Like I say, I think your intuition's off, and I don't want you to get taken advantage of. So, all right, let's jump into the most recent future that's kind of come on for you. I really want to point this out when it comes to Aquarius. Then we're going to dive, I don't know, it's just kind of coming in for me to generally say, I don't even know this is necessarily relationship related. So it's like, pay attention to what's going on with your money and things like that. I feel like someone around you has been a little bit of a, they're like, what do you call it? I don't want to say a leech, but someone who's attached to you that is taking money from you, that you're helping and things like that. So this may be a codependent money thing, like this person's attached to you in a sense, and they're really having to need you and things like when it comes to this. Also, I got the Moon reversed, I got the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and yeah, that's my codependency for money. So not codependency, but codependent. It's like someone who's depends on you for money. So then I'm also getting the Three of Coins, and then Temperance kind of fell out reverse. So to me, that's kind of speaking of maybe work's not right where it needs to be with this when it's focusing on it. And so this person may be even affecting your work because your mind's still there. So let's just get the clarification for that, and then we'll dive right into general advice and get into the relationship stuff. Yeah, this is something attached to the family and things like that. So maybe this is something your emotions are in askew, because I'm getting the Ten of Coins showing up as this kind of, let's say, crowning what I'm looking at as I'm getting a general advice. But I'm seeing it as like, hang on, I don't know how, let's see. I actually feel like maybe a family member may needing some help and assistance, and this is something you're going to be working on. I actually feel like that's what's going on with this situation. Is this kind of the story's kind of playing out in my head. So anyway, let's go see how what's going on with you when it comes to this page real quick. So I really want you to understand where you're coming from when you're communicating and things like that, and maybe again taking some time and really speaking up more about not letting yourself being taken advantage of, but don't do it in a way that's like abusive and things like that, because I'm getting the Queen of Swords, and yeah, she can be someone who's very logical, cool with logic, but to be honest with you, I think it's in the middle. I think it's back and forth. So usually when you get the Queen of Swords upright, she's very thinking, very calculated, very cold, comes off very logical. Reverse, she shows up as someone who's coming off very, very harsh and things like that. To me, I feel like it's sideways. So it's like what I would do is, like, whereas we're moving into the present from the past, is pay attention to how you're speaking and communicating. But I do not want you to be taken advantage of, and I feel like a lot of that is what's coming out in this. So let's have you communicate, speak, think, and come from a place where you're understanding. So coming from a place where you're understanding yourself on a deep level, so you're not coming off harsh, but you're coming off with truth and compassion. But to be honest with you, from what I'm seeing, the compassion thing may be a tough thing for you. So again, I still want you to get taken advantage of as I'm seeing it. Protective. So now I'm getting the Six of Wands. Is that showing up over the Three of Wands reversed, and I'm also getting the Empress. And this is moving in from a place where you were feeling like you may be constrained a little bit in the past, and you're moving into a place where you're actually kind of coming forward with that, and your understanding when it comes to the Empress is about growth and things. So I think some of your growth may be kind of stagnant, but it's coming into a place where you're starting to understand what's causing your blocks, let's say, and you're able to kind of move from it. So I'm getting the King of Cups coming over the Eight of Coins and the Six of Pentacles reversed. To me, this is speaking of someone who's very emotionally grounded and things like that, or comes off very emotionally grounded. Let's get a clarification on him. something you've been working on in this relationship is things. Yeah. So so the 5 of coins, to me, this feels like, I kind of feel like you're being left out in the cold by this person. And it may be a male figure, it doesn't have to be, but could be in a water sign of something of that sort. But I do feel like this person is someone that maybe you've been with for a time, and it's I almost want to say it's a struggle, but there's a betrayal there as well, and that's kind of explaining, kind of similar to that. So that person. Anyway, let's move on, see what's going on with the 2. Moving into that. So your intuition, I feel like, is becoming a little bit more grounded as we're moving from the present into the future, but it's still not right where it needs to be. So I would just say pay attention, discern, but not to where you're overly overthinking about it. If you have a good friend or a trusted friend, I would get some good advice from them, but so we'll hold off on that. Like I say, I'll get into general advice with this, and we'll dive right into everything else, okay? I don't know if friend really actually resonates. Yeah, I'm seeing some hard-headedness, seeing some fears that are coming out with you. Maybe this person, it's like I'm getting the devil is just kind of crowning it. So this person, from what I'm seeing with this relationship, I'm already getting like maybe time to cut him out. But we'll double check here in a sec. Here, let me finish up, and then we'll dive right in. Yeah, so there's a bit of a burden going on with a lot of stuff. You got the 10 of Wands, and to me, this is a bit of a burden situation and things. So tell you what, let's look at the general advice for this situation. And again, if this isn't your story, that's fine. Take what resonates, and what doesn't resonate, leave it, okay? This is not going to be for everybody, all right? All right, let's take a peek at the general advice. Then we'll look into, I kind of feel like this is someone that are currently in a relationship, and this is just time to cut them. But let's see. What should you Aquarius do? The situation. Yeah, okay. General advice for you Aquariuses regarding this situation. 2 coins. I feel like you need to get your feet more present on the ground when it comes to the situation. Just as it's starting off, so I'm getting the 2 of Wands reversed. I'm getting the 10 of Cups. Then I'm getting the Page of Cups reversed. Then I'm getting the 8 of Swords. So whatever it is that's keeping you stuck in this world, or that when it comes to this relationship, I feel like this is regarding obviously what you're in a current relationship. This is definitely what current is coming out. But it's like this Page of Wands reversed. Like, to me, that's like someone who's maybe taking your passions and maybe coming from an angle of what's going on with you, and acting like it's theirs. Yeah, this is a learning lesson, I want to say specifically. I'm kind of just getting clarifications with things when it comes to like the Hierophant's showing up for that reversed. And that's, to me, it's like maybe you're not feeling like you can help, or this whole situation isn't being helped, because it's moving in right into the 10 of coins, or 10 of Cups, as I'm kind of seeing this. And it's like what this is all speaking of me to is actually regarding this whole situation, how you should handle it. It's like finding more balance, finding where your money's at, where your what you need to get done. And that's where I would really kind of focus your time and energy when it comes to your happiness, as this is kind of explaining it. Because I kind of feel like you have a way of just kind of keeping yourself stuck a little bit. Sorry, it's my cat. Interruptions. You may hear some voices in the background too. There's some celebration things going on next door, and I'm going to have some fun with my friends once I'm done with this. But I wanted to make sure I covered Aquarius for you guys tonight who need the information. But yeah, the Page of Cups is showing up reversed, and I'm getting the 8 of Swords. So I really feel like you can be emotionally just, at the moment, not present. And like I've been telling you, like the last thing, as soon as I was looking at generally, look, sometimes we need time to think things through and come to that decision we need to reach with this, because this is keeping yourself stuck with stuff with the 8 of Swords. It's like, and I feel like you're doing this yourself. You're keeping yourself in this, I want to say, pattern with this situation. When it comes to the situation, I'm not specifically saying you need to end it, but darn it, if you didn't need to speak up and actually speak your piece with this person, change what's going on, communicate and tell them, it's like, you know what, I'm not happy. I'm having issues here, and I do feel like you're a leech. I'm going to say, it's like I said, I saw that financial codependency kind of coming in there. So I think they rely on you for money a little bit. So I would make them start participating a little more is my general guidance for you. All right, now we're going to move into the, well, let's see, where we're going to dive into for you. Let's see. Should we cover the singles now? Because I think we've kind of covered all the current and the past person. Let's do the past, and then we'll dive right into the singles, okay? For all of you that are interested in a past person for you Aquariuses, this is for you. Everybody else, this is obviously not for you. If you're not interested in a past person, then this is not for you. But let's take a peek. Just gonna take a peek at how you view them and they view you. And general guidance, some advice. What's going on with you and the past person? Six of Wands reversed. Or, sorry, Six of Wands not reversed. Making sure you're on your toes. It's all your fault. So, okay, we're getting the Eight of Coins reversed. We're getting the Moon reversed. We're getting the Two of Coins reversed. Interesting energy that's coming out. It's very similar to what we were just seeing with the general, with the current situation. So the past situation, I think there was a lot of things that were unsaid, and I feel like it's with the way you're viewing the situation and this person, it's like, I think you're sick of working on it. A lot of things weren't said. It was unbalanced as you're viewing this other person. I'm speaking Aquarius is how you're viewing this other person. I feel like you wanted balance, but you didn't know where to find it. I can see you still have hope when it comes to the relationship. I'm getting the Lovers, and then I'm getting the Empress and things like that. So you're still interested, and you view this person as a very passionate. It's like, I think this was a very passionate relationship with this past person. Like, what I mean by passionate is like really strong energy with you two. It's like really, really, it can be almost toxic, but really, you really dig each other. But let's see how they're viewing you. And then we'll get into the advice. Okay. They're focused in on the past when it comes to the relationship. I'm getting the Five of Cups, and I'm also getting the Two of Cups. So there's a lot of emotion. This person still has a lot of emotion with things, and I feel like they're focused in on a lot of things with this relationship. I feel like their emotions are really caught up with the whole situation with you. Yeah, I'm getting the Queen. Yeah, wow. So I'm getting the Ten of Coins, and then I'm also getting the Queen of Cups. Again, a lot of emotion. I feel like they have a lot of emotion for you. To be honest with you, I feel like they may be a little emotionally, like a lot of, there's so much emotion in how they're connected to you that it's like they can have hopes. Like when the Ten of Coins shows up, it's like that is like a lot of, they have a lot of passion for you. They're really interested. They're looking at creating that foundation with you. But it's because I'm seeing her reverse. To me, that's speaking, it's like there's some emotional, they're too emotional. They're overly thinking of the situation. So, and to be honest with you, I feel like you're going to be hearing from them soon. I mean, wow, I got the Lovers, I got the Two of Cups, and I got the Four of Wands. All great relationship cards as they're flowing in. So it's like you had the Lovers on your end looking at them, but they actually have the Two of Cups and they have the Four of Swords. To be honest with you, I think they've been hard-headed for a little bit in the way they're viewing you. Like stuck communication. I feel like they're going to be reaching out to you here soon if you're not already in contact with them at the moment. So when it comes to advice, let's take a peek at what you should do when it comes to this whole situation with you and this past person. And then we'll look into the singles. What should you do with this past person, Aquarius? Should you do any general advice on what you should do with this past person, Aquarius? Yeah, I was literally about to say break, taking a break from him a little bit, even though it looks positive. I get the Hierophant, and it's upright, so taking a break. I think that's already what you're kind of doing. Obviously, it's a past person, so still give us some time. All right. Wow. A lot of the same stuff. So I'm getting the Six of Cups, I'm getting the Ten of Coins, I'm getting the Two of Swords reversed, and I'm getting Justice over here. So what this is speaking to me specifically as is like, look, this is the past person. That's what the cups represent. So it's like the past. It's really coming to a place as you're taking a little bit of break. Get your emotions a little under control. And I don't know, I have a feeling that this person is, when it comes to the Two of Swords reversed, I feel like the communication is, it's like a great time to start working on things. And as I'm kind of seeing this more general advice, I'm taking a peek, it's like I'm getting the Seven of Coins. And that's something you're working on and things like that. So I'm not seeing that for, you know, it's like you people that are dealing with a past person, that this is something you need to cut out of your life as much as just give it some time and some, you know, break. It's to where it's going to come in more balanced. So it's like, I have a feeling you're going to already be talking to each other here very soon and maybe even getting back together. And I'm not seeing any red flags as far as like this person's not good for you, get rid of them, dump them, they're emotionally ungrounded. Like I say, I do feel like the person you're dealing with is emotionally, at the moment, having issues, but I have a feeling they may be a little bit more present for you. They got a lot of love for you, so, you know, give it some time, reach out, and work it out with each other. That's literally the advice I give for you. All right, let's look at you singles. And if this isn't your story, remember, take what resonates and what doesn't resonate, that's fine. Okay? Take what's yours. But if you people are not, if you Aquarius, your people, are not interested in a single person, then this is not for you. So let's see if anybody's news coming in for singles. And love to hear your comments. So if this resonates, I'd love to hear what your guys' comments are. So please write in the comment section. All right, let's take a peek. What's going on with any new coming in for you singles? Why does this keep showing up? The Lovers keeps showing up every time I look into this. So you might be having a Gemini show up. Look at the Empress. Hang on. So I feel like you're emotionally ready. It's like I'm getting the Three of Swords reversed too. So that's actually a good thing. I think that's, you're doing some healing work and you're kind of ready and you're kind of, even though you're taking a break, just I'm kind of taking a peek at you at the singles. So I feel like you may be having an air sign show up. Yeah, I got the King of Swords showing up. I got the Lovers, got the Empress. So possibly an air sign. Gemini and Libra right next to each other. Wow, you Aquarius is like your air signs. Okay, it could be a water sign too. I'm also getting, wow. So there's definitely some new stuff coming into the picture. I feel like it's going to be a little bit of time though, but I'm actually seeing some love interest really popping up around the corner, maybe towards the end of the month. So my timelines, by the way, they could be a little before, a little after, in the middle. It's like I always get them a little skewed. With everything else, I'm really good at. But when it comes to timelines, I'm honest, I'm full disclosure. I could be a little off with it, but they're coming in soon is what I would say. Okay? But they didn't show up when you said, Robert. Well, I full disclosed and I don't get the timelines exactly right. So, you definitely have something coming in. I want to see general advice for you singles regarding the situation with this relationship. And then we will see what comes out. Hang on. Ten of Wands, upright. We already got the Emperor showing up. Reverse. I still feel like there's some healing work you got to do. Yeah. So the general advice, look. So I got the Emperor. I got the Five of Swords reversed. Okay. And then I have the 7 and the 7 of Wands, and I have the 6 of Wands showing up, and they're both reversed too. So you got some new stuff coming in. I feel like you're going through this healing process at the moment. You know, it's like you are healing, by the way. So you're not fighting it, this heartache, but good. I actually see it, you are healing. You're in a great state for stuff at the moment. But what I'm seeing with the Emperor, the 5, look, they're all reversed. To me, the Emperor is all about stability, grounding, and it's like that person that's very wise. But I think your wisdom is, you know, it's because of the burden, like with the 10 of Wands is kind of crowning this. I kind of feel like it's that hurt that you were betrayed. I feel like it's coming into a place where you're not being as betrayed as much. And I think you're realizing that, although I still don't feel like you're right on the ground when it comes to being grounded in this sense. So time is a good thing for you. So when it comes into this new relationship, I can feel that I can see that you're not going to be guarded, which is cool. 6 of Wands reversed. So it's like, it made me, you know, as I'm seeing that, I kind of feel like that's actually something of, you know, hang on, let's get a clarification card. So I'm getting the, what is it? The Knight of Wands upright, and just kind of curious, more stuff. So it's like the direction you're moving in towards is I kind of, again, I still feel like someone's coming in. Could be a fire sign, but I feel like they're going to be coming in a little bit of time. But the advice is, yeah, it's like when I'm seeing Temperance kind of crowning the whole thing with this. Temperance is about just being patient and working on yourself and having your emotions all clarified and things like that. What I mean by clarified is really looking at the situation from that past healing that you are going through and you're doing really well with. So it's a matter of just allowing it to come and unfold. And to be honest with you, I feel like it's going to be a good thing. You know, it's like you got good interest coming in when it comes to this whole love thing. So it's, so I could definitely see some fears. So I think you are, again, the devil's, what I'm seeing is like, that's what I mean is like some of the fears and things like that. But again, the 10 of Coins is coming in for you, plus this change. So it's like the death card. So I see that it's changed, but this one's reversed. So there's some fears going on with this whole situation, with moving into this situation when this new person comes in. My advice specifically for this is, like I say, take it slow, see where it goes, kind of feel each other out, feel yourself out if you're ready. If you're not ready, you got to speak that up. You don't have to kick the person out of your life as much as, you know, I'm going through this process. You know, we can be friends, we can talk, that kind of thing. To be honest with you, when I'm seeing the 10 of Coins, I actually see it as a very good thing. This may be a very favorable interest relationship that's coming in for you singles. So, but when it comes into death being reversed, look, there's a little bit of holding on to some past stuff and some past hurts that you got to look at. So we need to change the past hurts into something that's facing this. So that change and that death of that old version of yourself is really coming in. So look, when we need to face ourselves, we need to look at all those past traumas. We got to transmute all of those things that didn't work for us in the past relationship and the past hurts. We got to look at all that. We got to feel it. We got to get angry. We got to get pissed off. We got to feel the depression. We got to feel all of those feelings. And then when you're done feeling them, write them out, journal them out. It's like get a piece of paper out. Start putting your thoughts onto paper. Look, it's like a poison, like I explained. When you're not dealing with those old hurts and woundings, look, I recently went through and became single recently. And I'll tell you what, I've been doing journaling, writing out my feelings, writing out all my angers, this and that. I feel all my pores start opening up. I become hot and sweaty because I'm really reversing. It's like, when's the last time I felt like this? When's the last time I felt like this? I'm discharging all of that toxic energy that I repressed from this situation with that relationship just to get it out of me. When you get it out of you, you get mad, you get crying, you get all those, you feel your emotions. And when you get it out on your paper, you're getting a poison out of yourself. And for some of you who've already heard this story, I'm going to throw it at you again. It's like, I study it's like I studied Chinese medicine, and one of my Sifus and teachers, he started explaining to me a great story. It's like he's all martial arts. So when he got sick once, he started doing, he was a martial artist. He's like hardcore. He's like, oh, I can heal myself through medicine. I'm a Chinese doctor, and this and that through all of this stuff. Well, he got really, really sick, and he didn't listen. He got food poisoning, and he's like, oh, I can heal myself through belief and through I'm hardcore. And, he was sick for like 3 or 4 days straight because he chose not to throw up. He made this great analogy, as he's explaining, it's like, look, all of that mental noise, if he would have just thrown up right then and there, he got the poison out of him, he'd have been fine. Journaling is throwing up. You're getting the toxic poison out of you from those emotions that get stored into your cells, okay? We're one big walking memory. That's what our body is. It's a memory. All of that stuff is cellular memory. So we want to get that out of us. So take time, journal about 20 minutes a day, face everything, feel everything. And then when you're done, every 5 minutes you're going to feel a discharge. Then every time you start feeling better, you need to ask yourself, when's the last time I felt it before? This. Then discharge it. Okay? You do the journaling, you do your process work, and then you focus on like gratitude, happiness. You get a whole piece of paper out and you look at the wisdom. What did I learn from this situation? What did I, it's like, what kind of things did I watch myself do? And you got to be, by the way, fully honest with yourself. That's not the funnest thing to do, but when you're fully honest with yourself, you will heal. You will find what's going on with it to where you get rid of that toxic poison so you can move on to the future. Trust me, I've been there. I've experienced it. When I was taught this, I fought myself and I don't need this. I don't need this. And I would keep repeating stuff in relationships. I would keep repeating things in life, self-sabotaging things. Doesn't matter. I have a very colorful past. I will bring up more and more. But it's like when it came to the situation, I started facing myself and being genuinely honest with myself. That's when the shift happens. That's when the change happens. Why? Because you're not lying to yourself anymore. You're not running. You're running towards honesty with yourself. You're running towards healing. So take the time, face what's going on, and you're going to have a good relationship if you face what's going on with the patterning stuff. Because once you see what's caused a lot of the issues in your relationships and what's going on with you, we're moving into an age where it's no more it's like codependency stuff. And I'm not saying you're codependent. That's not at all what I'm saying, but I'm saying generally. We're moving into a place where it's like we're all independent. We're helping each other grow, not trying to hold each other back. When we're stuck in our ego and not dealing with our hurts, and that's what the ego is with a lot of this stuff, we dive even deeper into it to hide from our hurts. That ego needs to be fed. And it feeds off of other people, our traumas, and that gives us a reflection of that new relationship. So if you haven't healed from that past relationship, you're going to act out the same thing in that new relationship. So if you want success, you want the healing, see what's going on with yourself. Do this check-in, discern, journal, get angry, get mad, get happy with the journey. Yeah, remember, after we get all the bad stuff, that's when we do like a gratitude thing. We get the wisdom. That starts, you get out the old stuff, to purge it out, you transmute it with the positive. So you got to fill it, okay? And then you need to make a conscious effort not to repeat these patterns. And that can be tough at first, but I have faith. I have faith in you, Aquarius. I've been there. I know. Thank you for joining me. I would appreciate it if you please like, comment, subscribe, hit the little alert thing down at the bottom, and I appreciate you for tuning in, and everybody have a good rest of your day.